use this information and rewind it as much as you can. So I'm going to announce to you something which I believe is going to have a great impact for every single one of you who was on today's call, in your businesses. So let's get into this information. Let me share my screen and let's jump straight in. So firstly, the announcement that I want to bring to you is we are about to add more money into the NeXarise compensation plan. So we're about to listen. Everything in our compensation plan remains as it is. Your residual income remains as it is. Your personal residual income remains as it is. Everything we have going on remains as it is. We have monthly bonus promotions that we are currently running until the 15th of July. Again, that all remains as it is. In fact, what I'm about to share with you is an enhancement, an addition, something we are adding to the compensation plan, which is going to cost the co-founders of NeXarise a lot of money, but we are adding this so that you can all take advantage of this great, incentive that we have. So let's get into it. So what we're going to be introducing is we are going to be introducing another way of making money. Okay. Now I want to start off by saying this is a bonus promotion. We are going to run this for the month of July. We are going to see how well people do with this. And then we're going to decide if we want to continue this in August. But just to let you know, this is an additional income stream for every single one of you building your NeXarise business. So this is the name of this additional way of making money. It's called Team Customer Acquisition Bonus. So also for short, it's called Team Cabs. So Team Customer Acquisition Bonus is a Team Cabs. Okay, so we're going to be adding this to the NeXarise compensation plan. So here's what this means. This means if you are an EI, an executive influencer, you can make an additional £1,000 every single month in the compensation plan. If you are an executive team leader, you can make an additional 2,800 every single month in team cabs in the NeXarise compensation plan. And if you are a senior coordinator, you can make an additional £10,000 in income alongside with everything else that we have. Now, very important, my figures today are in pounds. Now, if you are in a euro market, it will be in euros. If you are in a dollar market, this will be in dollars. If you are in, Central or South America, or you are in Africa, or you are in any rest of the world market where we use dollars, and I know your compensation plan is slightly different, then the figures that are on the screen will be halved. As you know, for the rest of the world compensation plan, for example, in Africa, we charge half enrollment fee, we charge half monthly support fee, the services are all half price, and the compensation plan is all half as well. So whatever I'm about to show you, if you see 1,000 on the screen, if you are in any of those markets I just mentioned, it will be, let's say EI will be 500 rather than 1,000. Executive team leader would be 1,400 rather than 2,800. So I think this kind of, makes sense. But just to let you know, if let's say you're in Canada, New Zealand, Australia, again, you just use what I'm showing you on the screen, but just in dollars. If you're in, let's say, France, Italy, Spain, and any European market, what I'm about to show you would just be in euros. And of course, if you're in the UK, it will be in pounds, as you see on the screen. So this is the new way that we are just going to introduce to the compensation plan alongside with everything else we have going on. This will just be additional income for you. Now, it's very important, before I go to the next slide, there's something I want to share with you. Now, as you know, when you join NeXarise, you are an independent business influencer, an IBI. And then we have a position which is called QI, which is a qualified influencer. Now, the reality is that position right now in NeXarise, it has no meaning. That's the truth, okay? It really has no meaning. So the goal for everyone that joins is to do what? The goal for everyone that joins is to become an EI, an executive influencer. That is the goal for every single new IBI that gets involved with our company. You want to start, become EI as soon as possible. How much do you need to go to EI? You need 295 in Europe in group volume to become an EI, and you can become your own customer and get that volume. In the UK, you need 350 to go EI. You can get that volume yourself and you can become an EI. In the rest of the world, I believe is 195 volume is what you need, and you can become EI yourself. So whichever part of the world you're in, you can literally become EI by yourself. And that's the goal for everyone that gets involved. Get involved with our company, get your volume, get yourself promoted as soon as possible. Now, here's the beautiful thing why NeXarise is unique. The reason why NeXarise is unique, we are really a hybrid company. We have high ticket products, but we also have services as well that are monthly subscription. And you can use both to build your NeXarise business. What does high ticket products do? High value products accelerates promotions, accelerates payouts, accelerates your success. But what does services do? Services allows you to have stability. It allows you to have a business where your volume is consistent every single month. So you can come in, get a high ticket product, straight away get promoted, and now you can replace that with services and build long term. It's unbelievable what we have. So let me give you an example. If you take a look at most network marketing companies out there today, you start the business and you pay 500, 600, 700, whatever it is, just to get started, right? With NeXarise, someone joins, they pay 99 or 50 if you're in Africa, for example, or any of the rest of the world markets. They pay 99, they become an IBI, and that's it. And now that person can literally become EI by themselves by acquiring a Fiero, by acquiring Fieros alongside with our FRS Academy of Education. They can literally come in, acquire Fieros through our FRS Education Academy, and straight away they can get promoted to EI. So I want you to all understand, moving forward, the objective is this. Someone comes in, they go to EI, and we help them make more money in the compensation plan. That's the goal. So the team cabs will foster, the team cabs will promote this behavior. So let's speak about team customer acquisition bonuses and how does this work? Well, here's the way that it works. Anytime that new IBIs join your team and they become an EI within their first 10 days, a bonus of team cabs is released. Okay, so anytime someone joins your team, anytime IBIs join your team and they join and they become EI within the first 10 days, a bonus is released. Now, reality is, to become EI, it shouldn't even take 10 days. I believe someone can become an EI in NeXarise within their first 24, 48, maximum 72 hours. You come in, let's get you to EI, let's now build your team. I believe it's that simple. And this is what team customer acquisition bonuses will foster. This is what it will promote. So let me explain how this works. And let me just show you some of the numbers here. So if you are an executive influencer, you are currently an EI. If you are currently an EI, ladies and gentlemen, you can take advantage of team customer acquisition bonuses. And how can you do this? Well, let me explain. If you are an EI, you can make up to £1,000, dollars, or euros every single month. If, let's say, 2 new people join your organization and they become an EI, you will make 65. So walk with me, because I want you to listen to this very, very carefully. What the system will do is the system, as soon as someone signs up, the system will automatically search who the upline executive influencer is. And that individual that joins will now become something we call an open line IBI. Open line IBI means that that individual can count towards your team custom acquisition bonuses. So let me give you an example. Let's say I am an EI. In my team, there is no one who is an EI, but someone introduces someone that joins. Who is the EI? It's me. That new person that has joined is now my open line. And as soon as that person becomes an EI and I meet one of the criteria that I'm about to show you, I will now get paid team customer acquisition bonuses. So remember, if you are an EI and there's an EI in your team and someone joins below that EI, then that EI is the open line, not you. So just bear that in mind. It's all about who the open line EI is. If someone signs up and there is no one at a team custom acquisition bonus rank between you and that person that signs up, you qualify for this team custom acquisition bonus. So I just want to make sure that the translators are not overwhelmed with what I'm saying. So I will give it probably 20 seconds for the translators to catch up. But I hope everything I'm saying so far makes sense. In fact, do me a favor. You can actually send me some emojis, right? So on your screen, you can send reactions. Send me some thumbs up emojis if what I'm saying so far makes sense. Awesome. There we go. So look at all those emojis. Excellent. And do me a favor, send me an emoji. In fact, I'll tell you what emoji to send me, because I actually want to see which emojis are actually out there. But send me a shocked face emoji if what I'm saying so far makes sense. Okay, excellent. What I'm saying so far, and if you like what you're seeing so far. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's say I'm an EI. 2 new IBIs join my open line organization. Those 2 new IBIs, as soon as they become EI, a team custom acquisition bonus is released of £65. Now, let's say, right, more people get involved in my team. As now 4 people become EI, that's 165. If more people now join my organization and I meet 6 and they all become EI, that's 290. If 9 do it, that's 480. If 12 do it, that's 800. And if 14 do it, that's an extra £1,000. And I'm going to give you some examples later on as well. Now, let's speak about executive team leader. Now, as an executive team leader, you can make up to 2,800 in team caps. And again, this is the numbers. If 3 people join your organization, become EI, you make an extra 75. If 5 do it, that's an extra 250. If 10 do it, that's 575. If 20 new people join your organization, which I really believe as an executive team leader, that's not impossible at all. That's an extra 1,000 euros, pounds, alongside with your current residual income. That's what's amazing. And I'm going to speak about that a little later on. So someone is just sending me a chat. Okay, excellent. I'm just making sure. Okay, so I just hope this information so far makes sense. Now, as a senior coordinator, you can now make up to £10,000 every single month for people joining your organization and becoming an EI. So let me give you an example. These are the numbers. If 5 do it, that's automatically an extra £500, euros, dollars. If 10, 800, 15, 1,200, 20, which I really believe for a senior coordinator, that's absolutely basic. That's an extra £2,000. If 30 do it, 3,200. If 50 do it, 5,000. And if 100 people do it, that's an extra £10,000. Now, ladies and gents, remember, this is in addition with everything else we have in our compensation plan. So let me walk you through this because it's very important that you understand, okay? And before I actually do, there's one thing I want to mention. Now, you will notice we have it for the position EI, we have it for the position executive team leader, and we also have it for senior coordinator. Now, the executive team trainers, which are making $250 a month, and the senior team leaders who are making 1,000 residual a month, you might say, but what about us? Well, it's simple. Remember, senior team leaders, executive team trainers, also platinum regional directors or regional vice presidents also qualify for team cabs. So remember this. Let's say I'm a senior team leader, okay? And I am working in an organization or in a leg, because remember, everyone has legs. I am working in a leg where there is no executive team leader. The system will search. And who is the nearest executive team leader? It's you, because there is no executive team leader. So the system will recognize you as the executive team leader, even though you're a senior team leader, but you will be classed as the executive team leader. So guess what? You can now come in as an executive team leader. You can now, as a senior team leader, come in and make an extra 2,800 because you are now the executive team leader. Let me give you another example. For those who are executive team trainers, if you are working in a leg where you have no ETT, no EI, if you're working in a leg where there's no EI, guess what? The system will recognize you as the open line executive team leader, right? So the system will recognize you as the open line executive influencer. So always remember this, no matter what position you're in, if you are working in a leg, the system will recognize you at that position. So it's really awesome, ladies and gents. You can take advantage of everything we have, going on, and you can take advantage of these team custom acquisition bonuses that we made available. So again, as a senior coordinator, if let's say you are a regional vice president, as a regional vice president, again, if you enroll directly someone, that person is considered as your senior coordinator open line. So just bear that in mind. No, I'm sorry. If you are a regional vice president and you enroll someone directly, guess what? The system will search. And who is the upline EI? It's you. So the system will recognize you as the open line EI. And let me give you another example. If you are a regional vice president and you are working in an organization where there is an executive team leader, there's a senior team leader, but there's no senior coordinator, you will be recognized as the senior coordinator. So I hope that's kind of clarified, so anyone can come in and they can earn team customer acquisition bonuses. So let me share some examples with you, okay? Let me share some examples with you. Let's say you are now an EI, okay? Let's say you recruit one person, that person gets started. Now you launch them in your NeXarise business, okay? They love what they see. And now at the same time, you introduced another person to your NeXarise business and you launch that person as well. And both of these individuals, they come in and within the first 10 days, they now become an executive influencer. Well, look, on this example, you will right away make 65 as an income right away in team customer acquisition bonuses. Now, let's say your two people have now become EI and you decide, I'm going to open a third organization, and you open a third organization, right? You introduce a third person and that third person introduces someone else, okay? And let's say those two individuals that joined your team, they now become EI in that same calendar month. Here's what will now happen. That's a total of 4 people. So you would now make 165 in total income for the 4 individuals that became EI in a calendar month. So everyone has their own 10 days. But remember, anything that happens in a calendar month accumulates to your team custom acquisition bonuses, which you can earn. So in 1 month, if 6 people join your organization, they all become EI, you will get paid for 6 team custom acquisition bonuses. So I hope this so far makes sense for the position of EI. Now, look, now what's going to happen? When this happens, you will become, plus don't forget, you are also earning a 100 as a residual income. So 165 in team customer acquisition bonuses, plus an extra 100 in your monthly residual income that you would earn as an EI anyway. So let me give you another example, okay? In this example, you would definitely now become an executive team leader. And as an executive team leader, of course, you have EIs in your organization. So let's say in one team, 3 people join and they become an EI. Now, remember, the EIs that are in your team, they're going to be making their own team customer acquisition bonuses. But guess what? As an executive team leader, so do you. So let's move this even further. So let's say this person now becomes, let's say 3 people join this EI's organization and you have enough volume to become an executive team leader and you are now an executive team leader. If 3 people join any EI in this leg, here's what will now happen. You now have 3 people in your team customer acquisition bonus open line. Now, let's say in this leg that you have, 4 people join your team and they become an EI. And let's say in this leg, 3 people join your team and they become an EI. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what will happen. Now you have a total of 10 people that has joined your team. But guess what? All your EIs are making team customer acquisition bonus. But guess what? So are you. Because 10 people joined your team, they became EI. That's an income of 575 pounds, euros, or dollars in team customer acquisition bonus. But don't forget, as an executive team leader, how much money do you already make in the compensation plan? You already make 500 pounds already in the compensation plan, which means that's 1,075 in total income as an executive team leader. So not only can you make what you make residually, but you can actually make more in team customer acquisition bonuses. So as you're building your income, as you're building to the next rank, you can earn more money. And that's what makes it amazing with team customer acquisition bonus. Because everyone's already working towards their next position, their next rank. As they do this, more money is in the compensation plan for you to take advantage of. Now, let me give you an example of senior coordinator. Once you have some executive team leaders in your organization, you will become a senior coordinator, right? As you build more ETLs in your team, you will become a senior coordinator. So let's use one leg amongst everyone in one leg. Let's just say 10 people joined in one leg as a senior coordinator. And let's say in your middle leg, 20 people got started and they all became an EI. And let's say in your final leg, 10 people joined and they also became an EI. Well, as a senior coordinator, for this happening, you will make an additional 4,000 pounds in income. Plus, as a senior coordinator, what's your monthly residual? 3,000 pounds a month. So guess what? That's a total income of 7,000 pounds. So ladies and gentlemen, anyone that is serious about doing something great in NeXarise, that wants to really have a summer to remember, and they want to really get things into momentum, let me tell you something. There is a lot of money on the table for someone to take after and earn. So there is one thing I want to cover is a set of rules, and we will be publishing these slides into a document, and we'll be sending this out to everyone. But I just hope everyone understands the way team custom acquisition bonuses work, which is absolutely incredible. But here's what you need to make sure. You need to make sure that when someone is joining your team, that you have your rank. Because remember, if you are not at your rank and you achieved the rank a long time ago, but now on the system, let's say you were an EI before, and now on the system, you are not an EI, okay? Let's just say. Then if someone joins your team you are not the open line EI. The system will look at who the nearest qualified EI is, and the system will count that individual as their open line. So very, very important, ladies and gents, you need to make sure to take advantage of team customer acquisition bonuses, that you have your qualification so that when someone joins, you are ready to make as much team customer acquisition bonuses as possible. So there are a few rules for you to remember. Number one, anytime a new IBI joins your team and becomes an EI within their first 10 days, a bonus is released. And remember, new threshold income is topped up from the previous threshold. Let me give you an example. Let's say as an EI, 2 people joined your team. Those people became EI and you got paid £65 as a bonus already. So you hit the first threshold of 65. Now, if 2 new people join your team, you don't get paid a brand new 165. No, you get paid the difference between threshold 1 and threshold 2, which means you'll get paid an additional 100, which makes a total income for 2, 65, and 100, which makes it a total of 165. Just so this makes sense, I'm just going to just give you an example here. Let's say I'm an EI, okay? 2 people join my team, and I already made 65. Okay, great. Now, 2 more people join my team in that same calendar month, and within their first 10 days, they now become an EI. That's 165. But remember, it's not a new 165. It's the difference between threshold 2 and threshold 4. So I'll get paid an additional 100, which makes it a total of 165. So I want to just make that clear. Let's say 2 more people join my team, and again, I would make a total of 290. So I get paid the difference of 165 and 290. So total for 6 people is 290. So I just hope that makes sense. And you're not expecting to make 65 plus 165 plus 290 plus 480. That would not be 1,000, ladies and gents. That will probably be a couple of thousand. So just want to let you know, the total you would make is £1,000 for 14 people getting involved in your organization and becoming team customer acquisition qualified. So ladies and gents, if that makes sense so far, just drop me some thumbs up emojis so that what I'm explaining so far makes sense. Okay, awesome. Now, the final thing I would say is you must be qualified in the system at the time a new person is joining in your open line organization. Now, when does this go live? Okay, when does this go live? This has officially gone live already at 12 midnight UK time today, this morning already. So guess what? Anyone that has joined today is part of your team customer acquisition bonus open line. So just do me a favor. Just drop me some shocked emojis if you like what you see. So anyone that joins your team from this time onwards counts towards your open line organization. So ladies and gents, this is the philosophy. Someone comes in, they get in, they become an EI, team custom acquisition bonuses is released immediately. The beauty is you can now, with our compensation plan, come in and as an EI, make 1,000. As an ETL, 2,800, and as an SC, £10,000. Imagine if you had a great production month as a senior coordinator. Just walk with me, ladies and gents. Imagine as a senior coordinator, 100 new people join your team in a month. It is possible, I'm telling you. There are people that even do more. And plus you make your 3,000 residual income. Plus, guess what? You're going to get promoted to regional director anyway. But you make 3,000 plus 10,000, which is 13,000 in total income as a senior coordinator. Now walk with me. Before today, how can you make 10,000 a month? How? Before this call, how can you make 10,000 a month? By becoming a platinum regional director. Well, guess what? Now you can do as senior coordinator. Does that make sense? Before this call today, as an executive team leader, you can make 2,800 plus 500 in your residual income, which is more than £3,300 as an executive team leader. Can you imagine? As an ETO, £3,300. Before this call, how could you make this in a compensation plan? By becoming a senior coordinator. Well, guess what? You could do as an executive team leader. And think about this. As an executive influencer, EI, which the maximum you can make before this call was only 100. You can't make more than as an EI, other than 100. After this call, you can make 1,100. In our compensation plan, for you to make 1,000, what rank do you have to be? You need to be a senior team leader. Well, ladies and gents, guess what? Senior team leader, the new position is EI, because EIs are the new STLs. SCs are executive team leaders, and executive team leaders are the new SCs. And imagine senior coordinators are the new platinum regional directors, because they can make the same income and even more. And that's what makes what I'm showing you today absolutely unbelievable. So you can be a senior team leader, and an EI can make more money than you if you don't do anything. Does that make sense? And no new people are joining your organization. You can be a senior coordinator, and executive team leader can make more money than you. And you can be a platinum RD, and a senior coordinator can make more money than you. This is the opportunity that our compensation plan now gives to people. So ladies and gents, really take advantage of this. If I were you, I would do everything I can in my power to focus and really, really go after, this opportunity and make as much money as possible. Now, ladies and gents, we said we were going to have an international convention, a convention in November. Now, just to announce to you, we are still going to have this great event in November. We announced it on our last call, if you remember, and it was going to be in the city of Florence in Italia, which we're really excited about. Now, I want to just introduce to you what the name of this event is going to be, right? So I want to show you the name, and I'm going to share with you the ticket information and where you can register for this event. So ladies and gents, the name of our event, which is taking place in Florence, Italy in November, is going to be called Emerge. So this is the name. So Emerge will be taking place in Florence, Italy, on the 11th to the 12th of November. So it's going to be a 2-day event. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday. And again, you can purchase your tickets right now. How do you purchase your tickets? I'm just going to share my screen with you just so I show you all where you could buy your tickets from. If you go onto the NeXarise homepage, okay, and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can see buy NeXarise event tickets. So you can literally click on this. This will automatically take you to the NeXarise Emerge convention, and you can buy your ticket. And again, please remember the location, the venue, all of this information will be released in the next week or two, the event venue, and all of this will be released. But just so you know, you have the time already there, when the event will start, when it will finish, but we will put the venue location in the next 1 week. It will be updated here, but you can buy your tickets and you can get registered for our Emerge convention, which is taking place in Florence, Italy on the 11th and the 12th of November.